Good afternoon, everybody. We do have the chat box open today. Feel free to fire any questions into the chat box. If it's for me, feel free to put Calliope at the front or just a C. If it's for Bobby, put AA in front of it. And with Isia from Half Moon, feel free to put HM in front of the question. So we're up to 20 people now. What time are we? Should we make a start? I think we should probably. Other people, I'm sure, will trickle through in a minute. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on today's webinar. Today we have Bobby Sweet from Aurora Anguilla joining us, and we have Isia from Half Moon also joining us. In ways of introductions, I thought I would start off. I'm Dan. I'm from Calliope Collective. On today's webinar, we have agents, advisors from the US, from across the UK, from across Europe also joining us. So thank you so much for giving up your time and listening to what the hotels for their update today. So we're up to 26 attendees, so let's start. So, Calliope, I thought I'd just do a brief introduction as to who we are and what we do. Calliope Collective is a Greek muse. The word means beautiful voice. We used to be known as PTG Consulting Sales Team, but we reinvented the business a couple of years ago, and we're now rebranded as Calliope. Calliope is also a hummingbird. It's a hummingbird that travels the longest distance. It travels up to 5,000 miles. So like us, we work with properties throughout the globe. So the Calliope hummingbird fit into our brand as well. Who is in the team? So just to give you a brief overview, I'm sure everyone on the call knows the team here to a certain degree. So Natalie Payne is the Vice President for Calliope. Natalie's based in the US with Lindsay as well. And I'm based here in the UK covering Europe for Calliope. Featured hotels for today. So Aurora Anguilla Resort and Golf Club. So we have Bobby and Isia from Half Moon. So I'm going to pass over control to Bobby in just a minute, and then Bobby will be able to run through the property. But I thought I'd just give an overview as to the webinar today and how it's set up. The webinar is recorded. It will be sent to everybody afterwards. So if you do miss anything or you want to hear it back again, then it will be sent to you this week. So you have that in your inbox as well. We do have the chat box. Any questions at all, feel free to fire any questions in there. And then at the end of both the presentations, we can go through those questions at the end. Thank you very much. I'm going to pass over to Bobby. It's just come over to you, Bobby. Have you got it? There we go.
Yes. Was delayed a little bit. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon to those over in the UK and Europe markets as well. I'm Bobby Sweet. I'm the Commercial Director of Leisure Sales for Aurora Anguilla Resort and Golf Club. And to give you an idea where we're located on the island is 16 miles long and at the widest point only 4 miles. We are located down here in this bottom portion on both the Rendezvous Bay and Merrywing Bay, part of the island, and really some of the most beautiful and swimmable beaches that exist on Anguilla. So to start out, just to show you a map of our very expansive resort. So we're 380 acres. Our lead-in part of the resort is over here on the Merrywing beach side, which is on Merrywing Bay. And this is our tower product. As you can see, the pull out up here in this circle at the top center, you'll see the tower and the tower pool. And then we have our ocean front properties that are in those 4 buildings you see as well. Then if you move to the far right is a bubble out of the Rendezvous side of the resort. And you'll see in this picture, we have a few of the rooms that are in the main building, which are going to be a resort view room. And then our other buildings on the beach, the 10 buildings on Rendezvous where the majority of our rooms are located, as well as that far right end of Rendezvous is where our 3 and 5 bedroom villas are located as well, both beachfront and garden. So we'll take a quick look here. This is just one of the arrivals. This is the Rendezvous side of the property. You can see in the background a beautiful view over to St. Martin. And as the crow flies, we're only about 9 miles straight across from St. Martin. Our accommodations, again, they start at entry level. It will be on the Mary Wing side of the resort, and that would be our tower rooms. We have our island suites, which are the oceanfront. And then also we list one of our estate homes are located on this side of the resort too, and I'll show you all these room types as we go through. First, we'll start with the Ocean View Deluxe room, which is a king bedded room. You can see very spacious at 700 square feet, 70 square meters approximately. Those are going to look out towards that beautiful beach on the Mary Wing side of the resort, as well as over the very large resort pool. Your island view rooms would look back on the other side of the tower, out towards our water park and entertainment park. So you can see very large windows to look out of. They're almost completely floor to ceiling. You're looking at a king configuration first, then you see the 2 doubles. So on the Mary Wing side, these couches do pull out into a bed as well. And then the very large bathroom as well. Someone asked about the Rendezvous side. I'll get to those in 2 seconds and I'll answer that question as well. So still on the Mary Wing side, the oceanfront junior suites, they're going to be in one of the 4 buildings. You can see you'll either have a ground level or one of the upper floors. We do have a configuration in this room product as well that on 2 of them on the upper floor do have their own jacuzzi out on the balcony as well. You can see very large bathroom. This particular suite, the deluxe, has an indoor-outdoor shower as well. Then I mentioned that 5 bedroom estate home. We actually have 2 of these. These are 6,300 square feet plus 630 square meters. They are 5 bedrooms. All of the bedrooms are virtually identical, so everyone's going to have the same experience from a room type. This particular estate home is set back off of the beach and looks out more over the golf course. And then we also have a beach version of this as well, which sits directly on the beach. So you can see this very elegant villas, estate homes that we have on the property. You see the interiors, very large kitchens. They all come with a butler as well. The large homes, someone asked what the starting rates are in the off season. They start in around 6,500, believe it or not, for the entire estate home per night. So next we'll go over to the Rendezvous side of the property, and this is where we have a few of those resort suites, which are going to be resort view rooms, both a king and a double. Those are going to be in the main building where the lobby area is. Then you move down to our core product for Rendezvous, which are the beach suites. Those are beachfront juniors, beachfront junior suite double. And then the 1 bedrooms, all the 1 bedrooms are going to be on the 3rd floor. And good news for any of those that are familiar with the property. Rendezvous, I was there last week. We're about 50% complete with putting elevators into these 10 buildings. They did not have elevators before. That's going to change the convenience for our guests who are staying on the 2nd and 3rd floor as well. And then you move down to that far side of Rendezvous. You have the 3 bedroom garden villas, the 5 bedroom garden villas, and the 3 bedroom beach fronts. So again, our 10 buildings start across the middle of that picture and run all the way down from right to left. You get the great views again at St. Martin. The resort views are at the very bottom left. You can't even hardly see the building, but I showed it in the previous pictures. They will have that view out over the pool, but not directly situated on the beach. Our beachfront suites, again, very spacious, 800 square feet to this. And then you see the beautiful situation on Rendezvous Beach. All of these units sit directly on the beach in the 10 buildings. You'll have either, again, the ground floor or the 2nd or 3rd floor. is going to have the 1-bedroom and the opportunity for a connecting room to make it a 2-bedroom. This is what the standard room here in these buildings look like. Very spacious, and then a double configuration as well. Next, we'll go to the 3-bedroom beach villa. I think this is one of the best premium products on the property. Having worked the Caribbean for many years for another brand, this is, you have your own private pool, you have your butler, but if you can see on this next shot, you're just steps away from the beach with your own private entrance down the dunes to the beach, your own setup with chairs on the beach if you wish to leave your private pool area. And then a great common space for the 3 bedrooms to come together here. The unique thing about the 3-bedroom, the 3rd bedroom is set off of the main part of the building. So if you had a nanny or you had in-laws or somebody you wanted to have their own little space, it's all inside of the interior garden area, but they do have a separate entrance to their room from the main building. But all 3 rooms are situated in the main building. Then we have 6 dining options, in addition, obviously, to our room service. Our sea level is on the Rendezvous side, located on the beach, also where we have our great Thursday night beach barbecue with live music. Then our chef's table is where our main breakfast is served for the resort. And Tokyo Bay is our Japanese restaurant on property that's on the Rendezvous side as well. D. Richards. So this is the only steakhouse on the entire island. Premium steakhouse, has all of your premium cuts of steaks, seafood, everything you want in a high-end seafood. I'm sorry, high-end steak and seafood restaurant. You can see the beautiful views across from the clubhouse of the golf course, which is where it's located. Then on the Merriwing side, Breezes is our beachfront dining option here as well. A little bit larger than the sea level, obviously a little newer as well, but great location to have lunch or dinner. And then Oliva is our breakfast area for Merriwing side, as well as in the evening, our Italian restaurant with all the handmade pastas and all those items you expect from menu items from Italy. And then the Aurora International Golf Club. So we are the only golf course on the entire island of Anguilla, and probably one of my favorite views at the property as you look over the golf course over to St. Martin as well. You can see on this right side, that's where those estate homes, the 5-bedroom estate homes, are located in this private little gated area within the middle of the resort. And then the Serrana Spa, and sorry, not to mention also, that's an 18-hole championship golf course. In addition, we have our 9-hole short course on property as well. So that's a lot of fun for golfers as well. And then the Serrana Spa on property, this is located, yes, the course is open to the public based on availability from our members and guests that are staying on property. They have first priority for tee times, but we do allow outside play from other resorts in the area. We're very popular with one of our competitive resorts, sending over a lot of people to play golf as well. And our spa is located on the Rendezvous side of the property. And then just some of the main activities. So if you're not familiar, last year, the full entertainment venue was added to Aurora Anguilla. So we have our amphitheater, which has live music. It has a movie night every week for families to enjoy as well. And then kind of the newest, hottest thing at the resort for families is our water park, or an entertainment park. So you can see the location in the very background of this picture here. If you can see my cursor, that's where the amphitheater is. Those blue colors in the top are where the tennis courts, pickleball courts, and then obviously you get a great view of the water park, and I'll show you a little closer view. 3 slides, lazy river, kids play area in this white building, which has table tennis and air hockey and video games. And then there's a rock climb wall as well, a splash pad, as well as a large swim up bar in the center as well as food trucks as well. We do have a tennis program, and we have lessons as well as a tennis club that's on property. Then we have great other things to keep you busy while you're on property. We have fishing run by our own ladies and gentlemen at the property. We have cooking classes. We have flora and fauna tours, island tours we can set up through our experiences team, as well as a wide variety of other things. Last week I did the Prickly Pear Cay snorkeling trip, which was amazing. And then right on property is a very famous reggae singer and his son who are there, Banky Banks, Dune Preserve. So the opportunity to literally walk just a few minutes and you can walk up the back and have some of the best live music on the island. Then very unique for us here at Aurora Anguilla is the farm. So the farm is 2 fully hydroponic greenhouses, 5,000 square feet each. Amazing. Took a tour of them last week. We grow the majority of all our fruits and vegetables at the farm that we serve in our restaurants. We are also almost completely off the grid with our solar panels that are powering our resort. We use a reverse osmosis water treatment. We treat 100% of our water. We're fully independent with our water treatment plant. We're also to the point where we're going to start giving back to the island to people who don't have fresh water on the island. So, great advancements in our sustainability as well. So getting here, Miami has the only direct flight onto the island from a commercial standpoint with American Airlines, but a variety of other direct flights from the US and from Europe into St. Martin. I think it's a very cool way to start your vacation. It's almost like an added vacation when you take that 15-20 minute ferry ride over to Anguilla from St. Martin. The views are beautiful as you come across those waters in between the 2 islands. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions for me additional to what I saw pop up on the screen, or if I didn't answer anything before I pass it on, let me know if there's something I can answer for anyone. Other than that, hopefully you'll get our email and you can follow up with me then.
I see a question that's come in, Bobby. Are we able to get pictures from presentations or the presentation? We can share the presentations for both properties after the webinar, so we'll get that out this week.
Give you a thumbs up. We also have a great video link that if someone's interested in seeing the video, because there's nothing like seeing I think a video as opposed to still pictures to give you a really good feel for the property as well. And I assume, Dan, you're going to share our email addresses with them if you haven't already as well.
We'll do that in the follow-up as well. We'll include the recording, the email addresses and presentations for both properties.
Perfect. Thank you all for your time.
Perfect. Thanks, Bobby. Isia, I should have transferred the power over to you. Have you got that, Isia?
Yes, so I am trying to see, my activation isn't coming up. So what I'll do is, just in the interest of time, I'll go ahead and see if I can share my screen.
Should be good now. The power's gone to you, it says my side.
Yes.
Got it. Good.
So you're still sharing your screen?
Yeah, I've just transferred the control over to you from my screen, so you can just flick through my screen. Are you able to flick through? The joys of modern technology.
Right? I am not sure what's happening, but I'm not seeing that prompt that we should be seeing.
I will keep control and I will flick through for you.
All right, so thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. Just to give you a brief history of Half Moon, we started in the 1950s. So we're actually celebrating our 70th anniversary this year. The property's name, Half Moon, was inspired by the bay's crescent shape. And the 17 investors that originally opened Half Moon started with whitewash cottages and 30 beachfront rooms. As I go through the presentation, you will notice that we've definitely stayed true to our commitment to excellence for the past 70 years. And we've also introduced quite a variety of new offerings across the resort. So just to give you a general idea, Half Moon is located on the north coast of the island. Fun fact, we're actually the most northern point on the destination. We are located less than 10 minutes away from the Sangsters International Airport. And is what I will do in my follow-up presentation is I'll just include an overview of all the available direct flights that we have from UK, Europe, but we do have services of non-stop as well as connected options across the US and Canada as well. So we are, as I mentioned, less than 10 minutes away from the Sangsters International Airport. We do have a preferred DMC on property. So of course, our reservations and concierge team can assist you in coordinating your client's round trip transfers to the property, whether that be through our shared shuttle or private transfer options. And just think of all the wonderful things you may have heard about Destination Jamaica that's fully encapsulated at Half Moon. So from the powdery white sand beaches, lush tropical foliage, breathtaking views, and of course, the warm and friendly hospitality of the Jamaican people. So as I mentioned, we've stayed true to our commitment to excellence over the years, and we definitely are Jamaica's highest rated luxury property. Or recent accolades, of course, speak for themselves. We continue to receive recognition through most notable international publications and travel councils, so that being World Travel Awards, Forbes Travel Guide, AAA, Condé Nast Traveler, Travel and Leisure, TripAdvisor, and more. Now, we have 3 distinct accommodation experiences at Half Moon. We are stretched across 400 beautiful acres. And the first I would like to highlight is Founders Cove. So this is really where it all started, and it's known as the more iconic section of the resort. We have the classic cottages that are centered around the Sunset Beach, as well as we have hibiscus and ocean court accommodations. We also have the Eclipse, which opened in 2020, and it features 57 spacious and luxurious accommodations, 2 restaurants, multiple bars, a market cafe, and our award-winning Fern Tree, a salamander spa. We also have our villas, which is the ultimate combination of space and privacy. This is a great option for families that want to stay together, but of course have their own space or units. And it's also a great option for groups. So whether you're looking at social groups to medium size and large corporate and incentive groups, they definitely feel as if they are, you know, at their home away from home with all the perks that are associated with the hotel section of the Half Moon Resort. Now, just to quick through very quickly, Dan, just to give you an overview of the different accommodations that we have across the resort. So you can skip through that in the interest of time. And it just shows you the difference in terms of aesthetics across the resort. So those would have been within our Founders Cove section. Coming up, we have our Eclipse accommodations, and we also have a snippet of what the interior of one of our villas look like. And I usually tell people, you know, in terms of those persons that prefer a modern contemporary aesthetic, for now, they will appreciate Eclipse. And for those persons that prefer that old world charm and really feeling as if they're quintessentially getting a Jamaican experience, then they would prefer the complete villas as they are now, or our Founders Cove section. Now, we have an exciting update to share, and you could go to the next slide, Dan. And this year, we will embark on our 2-phase renovation of our Rose Hall Villas project. So we have started renovation, and just asking you to pause on this screen. It's a two-phase renovation that will take place between April and November of this year. We'll pause immediately before the Thanksgiving period, just so that we can have our families and, of course, repeat friends enjoy the entire facilities and amenities associated with the resort. And then we will resume the second phase in April to November of 2025. So in addition to all the amenities and facilities that people are familiar with the villas, including the cook, housekeeper, and butler staff complements, as well as complimentary golf carts, some of the things that our clients and partners can look forward to are upgrades to the aesthetic appearance, including new roofs, added balconies. We'll have all brand new appliances and modern furniture, complete bedroom and bathroom upgrades, entirely reimagined layouts just to allow for free flow of air and enhanced views, upgrades to all our pool decks and pool interior, and brand new infinity pools for our oceanfront villa options. Next slide. So as it is now, we have our Eclipse Infinity Pool. This is located in the Eclipse section, as the name suggests, and it's a private beachfront swimming cove. We also have our 13 restaurants and bar options on property, so lots of options for your clients to choose from. So Haywards gives an alfresco but open kitchen concept. Skipping through Dan quickly here, we have our Sea Grape Terrace, which has an indoor-outdoor feel, and this is where we serve our breakfast options buffet style, or Cedar Cafes, or take on our coffee shop. So you'll have a wide selection of teas and coffees from around the world, or Cedar Bar, very casual options, more popular during the evening time because it's a great place to watch the sunset and enjoy live entertainment. We have our Spice Grill and Hammock Bar, another casual option for beachside daytime dining. We also have our Hibiscus Pool Bar, which is a great swim-up option for families, especially with small children. We have Lester's Bar, which is another popular option in the evening time, perfect for cocktails right before dinner, or if you want to go all night, we are open until 1 a.m. We also have our Sugar Mill restaurant, which is one of 2 award-winning restaurants. It sits against a 300-year-old historic sugar mill, and it has a restored water wheel. We have our Del Mar restaurant, which is elegantly and dramatically appointed with local artwork, another one of our award-winning restaurants, and it offers Jamaican, Italian, and seafood cuisine. Now, we do have a variety of meal plan options, considering traditionally we are an EP property. So one of the things our team will support you in guiding your clients with is finding out more about, what their vacation experience is in, their ideal vacation experience rather. And then we will support you in selecting the best meal plan option for your clients. Now, we have our Ferntria Salamander Spa, which is one of the largest spas in the Caribbean, and included in the amenities of the spa. Next slide. We have our Lagoon Pool and Ital Cafe, which is really our take on, an international fusion of the Rastafarian faith and vegan practice. We have our outdoor yoga pavilion, garden and meditation labyrinth, and aromatherapy facility, as well as 11 treatment rooms, including 2 overwater bungalows. We also have a state-of-the-art fitness center, including a customized spinning studio, cardiovascular equipment, an Olympic-sized lap pool. And because we're sitting on 400 acres, you can easily do a 5K walk or run across the resort. We also have facilities for basketball, beach volleyball, soccer, and croquet to keep our teenagers as well as our general family clients active. Now, we do have one of the world's top 100 golf courses in the world. It's a classic bow tie layout with multiple sets of tees, and it's located adjacent to the resort, but still on the property's estate. So it is a championship golf course. We have a very dynamic golf academy, so persons can either learn to play golf or upskill their swing. We also have 17 floodlit courts on property, 9 for tennis, 8 for pickleball, which are complemented by the International Federation and US Professional Tennis Registry coaches. And for persons that are interested in playing squash, we can also facilitate that. We have an equestrian center on property. So for persons that are interested in learning to horseback ride, play polo, or be a little bit more adventurous and go horseback riding, we can facilitate all those requests. Now we are stretched across 2 miles of swimmable beachfront. We have one of the most extensive water sports programs in the Caribbean, and that's inclusive of non-motorized, which is included in your package with us, and motorized options, which are available at an additional cost. Now, we also have the Anansi Children's Village, which is inspired by a popular Jamaican folklore, caters for ages 3 to 12, and it's a great destination for children to learn, play, discover, and make friends. We also have after-hour nanny services that are available, and if it is that you have children with special needs, we can, of course, coordinate or facilitate any special requests you may have. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a preferred DMC on property. And for persons that are interested in going off-site and exploring the strong cultural heritage and breathtaking wonders of our destination, we can assist you in coordinating and organizing a customized itinerary. We're also great for groups, as I mentioned. So whether it be small social groups to your medium-sized or large incentive and corporate trips, we do have 15,000 square footage of event space indoor as well as outdoor options that your clients can choose from to coordinate the ideal group experience.
Just on that one, Issy, I've had a question from Vanessa. How many rooms required to be a group? What's classified as a group booking?
So in order to qualify for our highly discounted group rates, we need 3 villas or a minimum of 10 rooms staying 3 nights or more consecutively.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, we have over 15,000 square footage of event spaces. So if you also have clients that it's not necessarily an incentive or corporate group, we can also facilitate coordinating special events on property. Now, we have supported education, community service, and environmental preservation for over 40 years. One of our key goals is to make a sustainable and substantial impact in our communities. And if it is that we have clients that have causes that are near and dear to their hearts, in addition to the various initiatives that we have on property, we are happy to partner and collaborate with you. So, you know, you could give back some of those tourism dollars to the destination. Coming up is one of my favorite events, which is the Founders Cup. So I'm not an avid golfer, but it's a great opportunity for us to get a lot of our guests and our partners to participate in, you know, a fun activity that, of course, all proceeds goes towards our Half Moon Foundation recipients. Another one of my favorite, because it's fun for the entire family, is our sea turtle conservation program. So this is an opportunity for us to, you know, increase the chances of survival for the most endangered turtle species in the world, which is the hawksbill sea turtle. And we encourage our guests to be a part of the experience because having human interaction increases their chances of survival by over 80%. So not only are you giving back to the community or the environment, but you're also reminded of what a small but important part you play in the world. Now, we do have some special offers that are available, and I'm happy to, you know, share this presentation with you. They are seasonal, so as time goes by, we will do modifications and, of course, do our best in updating you as a part of our database on these exclusive opportunities. We also have a very user-friendly website. So across the website, you will have virtual tour experiences, and that's inclusive of the different accommodations as well as the amenities and facilities that are available across the resort. Of course, myself and my team stand ready to assist you further with any inquiries that you may have. And we look forward to finalizing many future itineraries to make your client stay with us memorable. I know we have some questions in the chat, so I'm hoping that most of them were responded through the presentation, but I will also quickly go through. So one of the first questions, how many persons does the villa allow? So we do maintain our standard room occupancy in villas. So the number of rooms is indicative of how many persons. So if it's a 5-bedroom, we'll allow a maximum of 10 persons. If it's a 6-bedroom, we'll allow a maximum of 12 persons. If it's a 7-bedroom, we'll allow a maximum of 14 persons. However, if we have parents that are traveling with small children, we will make an exception dependent on the age of the child or children. The tennis program, do you have round robins for single people? Absolutely. So when your clients are staying with us, included in their package, they will get a daily itinerary of any opportunities that might become available during their time with us, and they can also reach out and connect with our concierge should they be interested in doing a one-on-one tennis program or tennis play with available pros. That also applies for our pickleball, or clients that are interested in pickleball. When in 2025 will the villas be finished? I have a family looking for February 2025. So as I mentioned, it's a 2-phase project. So we have 11 villas this year that will be out from April to November. And then next year we will have 8 villas that will be out from April to November. So what we have done, considering the 2-phase renovation, is that we have added an additional villa category just to differentiate between the villas that are renovated and non-renovated. So Lorraine, feel free to send that inquiry my way, and I'm happy to share with you the best available options for your clients' preferred dates.
Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, Bobby. Bobby's just shared the offers link there in the chat as well. So if you haven't had a chance to look at it, please do take a look at that. Pass it on to your teams. That would be amazing. Any other questions for anybody? Any other questions? No more questions? Okay, I'll carry on. We'll come back to questions in a minute. So I've got power back on my screen. So we've covered the Q&As there. This is a slide that highlights our next webinars. So we're actually doing this webinar again on Thursday at a bit of a later time. If anyone wants to come back again and run through it again, you're welcome to join us. But then we're also doing other webinars on properties across the US. So that will cover Nemacolin, Salamander, Washington, DC, and Inner Perry Cabin. There is a link on the next page, a QR code. You're welcome to scan that code. It takes you through to our webinars, so you can sign up to them for those other ones that we have listed there as well. Finally, this is our social handles. Please do follow us on social, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and our LinkedIn pages. Please do follow us, like and share away. That would be greatly appreciated. I don't think any other questions have come through, so I think we're good. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much to Bobby. Round of applause. Thank you to Isia. Round of applause. Really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Have a good afternoon. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Cheers.